Hi, I'm Matthew Anderson, and the lesson today is entitled Emotional Guides. Emotional Guides. I want to give you a treat today. I want to read to you from probably the most significant, powerful, and inspirational spiritual poet who ever lived. He lived in the 13th century in Turkey, but he grew up in Afghanistan. His name was Jalaluddin Rumi. I just want to read you one of his really interesting poems. It's entitled The Guest House. This human being is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness that comes from an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows, who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Rumi is making a statement that is so incredibly relevant 800 years later. It's as if he was a master psychologist in the midst of his spiritual insight. He's telling us something about our emotions that we've only just begun to relearn in the past 50 years. And that is, what we feel is important. When we have uncomfortable feelings, they're bringing us some important message. And if we listen to the message in the uncomfortable feeling, he says some very powerful feelings here. Feelings that most of us want to avoid at all cost. A dark thought. The shame. Most people have a terrible time being with their shame, feeling it, talking about it, exploring it. He says also the malice or depression. He says, don't throw them away. Don't close the door to them. Invite them in a sense, embrace them, and see what they have to tell you. He says, be grateful for whoever comes. He thinks of emotions, particularly the difficult ones, as guides, as guests that have visited us and have something to bring us, some gift that they brought. And yet they may come in dirty clothing. They may stink to us. They may be frightening to us. But Rumi is saying something that is just amazing to me, that he has that insight 800 years ago, and modern psychology is just beginning to catch up with this. Just beginning to catch up. When you have a painful feeling, when you have an upsetting feeling, when you have a frightening feeling, Rumi says, embrace it. Bring it into your house, sit it down, talk to it, relate to it as you would a welcome stranger. Something miraculous can occur. Astounding. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably, because he may be clearing you out for some new delight. The painful feelings may be helping you move something out of your life, out of your interior being, out of your soul, that clears the space for some new delight to move in. And yet, if you don't allow it to do its job, it just has to keep coming back over and over and over again. So the message for today, given to us, carried to us over 800 years ago by this beautiful poet, Rumi, is that each uncomfortable feeling you have is a messenger from beyond. That means a messenger from God. Take a risk today, this week, this month. When the uncomfortable feeling arrives, Embrace it. Sit down with it. Talk to it like you would a friendly stranger, and see what kind of message, what kind of gift it has to bring you. God bless you.